Drake Maverick, and 9 other wrestlers who WWE keep bringing back.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Soheb and you are watching Wrestling Fact.
Certain Drake Maverick may never have been a headline name in AEW, but he is someone who has proven to be a trustworthy no matter the role, whether it is being general manager, a talker, or a wrestler. He has always committed to things. WWE tried to release him during the pandemic, but Maverick fight with emotional promo that audience loved and he got rehired. Then Maverick was released again in another round of budget cut. However, Vince McMahon has brought men back for a third run with the company. However, this time Maverick is working behind the scenes as a writer, using the creativity differently. Number 9. Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy is another wrestler that WWE has brought back several times. He is not always the most professional wrestler, with his professional life having led to a lot of problems. However, that had not stopped WWE from hiring him back whenever they could, because Hardy is major star. WWE just released recently Jeff Hardy, and while has not returned, that isn't through a lack of trying. Almost immediately after cutting ties with him, the company tried to get Jeff back in the fold and induct him into Hall of Fame. Jeff will likely to seen against at some point, and that's because WWE always bring back him. Number 8. Mickie James. Mickie James is another recent example for a wrestler that has been brought back by WWE. Her original run with the company was fantastic, but then she got a shot to return. Mickie record second spell wasn't quite as strong, but she was still a valuable addition to the roster. But after being released again, most people felt like things were done, especially following Trish and back incident. Dispute that end of the fact she was Knockouts champion. WWE brought James in for the Royal Rumble in 2022. Number 7. Jeff Jarrett. At one point in time, it seemed like Jeff Jarrett would never be back in WWE after holding over Vince McMahon for money. It seemed like he had ruined his future with the company, but WWE still brought him back for a Hall of Fame introduction, proving the WWE chairman is always happy to build a bride. Since that point, he has also returned for a Royal Rumble spot. Then he took on a backstage role. Even after that ended, Jarrett has still returned to appear in segment backstage, which showcase WWE's loyalty to him. Number 6. Shane McMahon. Considering the fact he is a member of the McMahon family, most people would presume that Shane McMahon has a job for life in WWE. That much is true, but isn't. Has been steady gig as the company has continues to bring him back and let him go at times, including recently when he was told to leave. Shane has left on his own accord as well, and then been brought back for roles behind the scenes and inside the ring. He is someone that Vince will often go to when he needs somebody and wants to pop rating. Because of that, he can be exploited back at some point. Number 5. Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan is one of the biggest wrestling star of all time, and that in itself examples why he has been brought back countless time. However, it is surprising how often he has disappeared, whether that is down to him walking away to join WCW or TNA, and Vince is happy to give him another chance. Few wrestlers can get away with quitting and going to the competition twist and being brought back. However, Hogan is a hug name, which is why he can Vince even took him out of his Hall of Fame at one point due to racial allegation, but he was brought back again after that. Number 4. Finlay. Finlay is one of the best minds in professional wrestling, and that is why he is invaluable to the company. He started as a wrestler, and while he had a solid career, his best contribution took place after it retiring. Finlay has a backstage role where he produced matches and helped the women's division. After a controversial incident on a live show, Finlay was fired. However, it didn't take long for the company to bring him back. Dispute that he was released again during the pandemic and then hired once more, showcasing how much WWE needs him. Number 3. Eric Bischoff. Eric Bischoff may not be a wrestler, but he is someone that WWE has continuously hired since his time with WCW ended. The company has brought him in for a variety of different roles and then let him go plenty of times as well. Bischoff has undertaken on-screen opportunities and backstage situations. Even recently, he had director job which did not last long before being cut. Dispute that and the fact he has appeared on AEW. WWE has still had him come back for segment including the storyline with Edge and The Miz. He got involved him with. Number 3. Eric Bischoff. Eric Bischoff may not be a wrestler, but he is someone that WWE has continuously hired since his time with WCW ended. The company has brought him in for a variety of different roles and then let. Jim Ross is another non-wrestler that has always had a featured role to play. He has been fired and rehired many times by Vince McMahon, to the point where fans began to be critical of the WWE chairman. JR is loyal to a fault, and that has been clear, but Vince McMahon does respect him highly. JR has worked as a commentator for many years, and he many waves, whether it be fully time or for 1.5 month for small tournaments. However, how she is part of AEW, its time with WWE might have truly come to end. Number 1. Billy Gunn. Billy Gunn is another AEW name that may not return anymore. However, the company has happily brought him back many times, from swinging him for several in-ring runs to making him part of Shot enough and giving him a job as a coach for Performance Center. Even after he joined AEW, Vince McMahon brought him back to be introduced into the WWE Hall of Fame with Degeneration X. His on-off history with WWE has happened because of the company. No, he's great, which is the key.